It's kind of amazing. As big as the sky is, it's all. And God told Abraham that your descendants will be like the stars. Count them. You can't count the stars. And it's almost as seemingly as many news articles as I've seen saying this. Democrats, if they want to win, they need to stop being like Trump. But how is that possible when Trump comes up everywhere? I'll show you why. But to the disdain of some of us, the shrinking number of some of us, and the glee of seeing too many of you, how in the fuck are they supposed to be able to run campaigns without talking about Trump? He shows up to UFC events. He shows up to the US Open. He shows up to the Yankees on 9/11. And it's not the 25th anniversary. Come on. This is someone who doesn't even own a fucking dog. And yet, you want them as Democrats to focus on everything else but Trump, but yet Trump keeps showing up everywhere. Even today, I saw an article where they said that Republicans, or I should say MAGA worshippers, are now trying to rename the Kennedy Center after Melania. You know, the same Melania who does nothing but look kind of pretty plastically and sits around collecting on Donald's benefits. Meanwhile, while Donald was running around the U.S., personally stamping everything with his family's name on it, like his cheap suits and ties from China, people here are being bamboozled. What I mean bamboozled? Especially black people. What I mean by especially black people? So, last week, I was up at a club, a golf industrial club, named Fallout, up in Richmond, Virginia. I'm giving them a shout out because it's a very good club. Very welcoming to all. Decent drinks. Never had food there, but very open. Does Fat Life events, all that kind of stuff. The stupid part is, as I was leaving, and keeping a long story short, there were two girls who were very, very drunk. And they spent pretty much the last block that I walked leaving the establishment. And this was at closing time, so this was around like 2 a.m. Basically calling me names. Of course, faggot, bitch, stuff like that. To make a long story short, I held my ground. I basically played with them. Like, for example, one of them asked me to show my quote-unquote dick. I refused to do it, but I did say, well, if you pay for the right hotel room, I'll do it. Because she wasn't bad looking either. Neither was the friend. And neither was the one who was actually sober who apologized for their behavior. But regardless of, basically, at the end of the day, I was basically harassed for like a block and a half, even being accused at one point of my romantic preference or sexuality, being accused of having AIDS. Yep, that happened. And these were 20-something-year-old girls too. And then they tried to get me arrested, saying, oh, This is a man in a dress. Arrest him, officer, because this is an entertainment district, so there's cops everywhere. And tried to get me arrested. That happened. So in light of recent political setups, so y'all remember the Las Vegas thing, the last time Agent Orange was in there. Remember closed eye guy with the machine gun at the what's the old boy, Jason Aldean's concert? Not making light of it. I'm just saying, why are more questions being asked? So that was the thing that happened. And I'm thinking to myself, while y'all focused on me, there's like 5 different things going wrong, especially in Black America. So meanwhile, oh, selfie stick. So meanwhile, in other developments, there was a headline that came out late last week that talked about unemployment stats. 2 dogs want to play with each other. Especially when it comes to unemployment stats. In particular, one of the things that got highlighted was the fact that Black unemployment went up over the last little while here. So juxtaposition that for just a second. You have probably a shooting done in conspiracy. Again, you have Black unemployment going up. You have one guy and his family trying to rename every damn thing in the country after themselves, getting away with it. But the thing that people are most focused on, or at least with these 2 young ladies, and God bless their friend because she was cool, she was an angel, and really tried to make me feel better about everything. But interestingly enough, the thing that was the greatest focus was the fact that I am a born male wearing female assigned clothes to these 2 drunk 20-year-old girls. Not the fact that unemployment within our collective guilt has gone up. Not the fact that the country's being ripped away inkling by inkling. But that. A personal decision on what I want. Take advantage of that economy, y'all. Whereas make some money off of this shit. Using my own money. Legally. Okay.